I know, you've probably seen a million videos of this already, but I kind of wanted to do it for like archival purposes, looking back on a generation in a few years' time. So many YouTubers have had the Xbox Series S and Xbox Series X already. They had it months ago, already done unboxings, but we didn't have it. So today we're unboxing the Series S and X. Stay tuned to the channel if you want to check it out. But this, I think, is going to be a really popular console due to the price point of it. You get next generation gaming at 1440p, but honestly, I think a lot of people actually still have a 1080p TV, so they're not ever going to notice next generation graphics. But this, for me, is going to be awesome. Yeah, so this console comes out at £249, which I'm not entirely sure how much that is in dollars. I'll link in the description. But look at that, great box. Oh, that is an unboxing. Okay, first of all, my first impressions is I've seen videos of this, and in my opinion, the console itself is apparently really, really small, but it feels heavy. You know, I didn't expect it to feel this heavy, the box, so that's an interesting thing to note. So you've got here 512 gigabytes SSD. There's no disk. There's actually an icon on there that says there's no disk drive. So don't go out and buy a game with this because it won't work. This is digital only. Series S, we've got the controller in white, which looks really nice. What else we got here? On the back, I really like seeing the box arts that they choose. So what have we got here? The Outer Worlds, Devil May Cry, Halo Infinite. Don't get me started on Halo Infinite. I'm so desperate to play that game and I'm absolutely gutted it's not out yet. Gears 5, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Cyberpunk, Fortnite, Sea of Thieves, Minecraft, Ori and the Blind. No. And the Blind Forest. Yeah, it's Ori and the Blind Forest. Forza Horizon 4, which was honestly a really good game. I really enjoyed playing that. I completed it to the max. Great soundtrack. And Star Wars Skywalker Saga. So, power your dreams. Now, one of the reasons why I think this console is going to do really well is, quite frankly, the fact Game Pass from Microsoft is honestly so good right now. Well, how's this opening? Turning it back on its side. Whoa! That thing is tiny! Yeah, as I was saying, oh my goodness. Look at this, Power Your Dreams. That looks so good. It's so little. Game Pass is so compelling. It's kind of like, if you've not heard it before, it's kind of like Netflix. There's a great selection of games. You don't have to buy them each time. You can test them out, and that's awesome. So a lovely HDMI cable here. That is wonderful. Like a really nice, thick HDMI cable, which I love to see. We've got the power cable, which is insane. No power brick. Oh my God. This is insane. I can't believe the console. It looks ridiculous. We've got the controller here. Okay, this is my first touch of next generation. Let's see what I think. So the controller from Microsoft. Oh, we've got some batteries there as well. The controller from Microsoft. Ooh, interesting. So there's like a texture on the back, very light texture, and also on the triggers. I actually really like that. I'm going to go and get a previous gen controller to compare. Here we have a regular sort of previous gen controller, and the difference here, it is slightly different. Not a lot, honestly, but everyone's always said the controller from Xbox is honestly pretty good, that it doesn't need to be changed. We've got a different D-pad as well. You can see it's like more of a, oh, I like the click actually, but it's very textured. It's not as smooth as the previous controller, and the little bumps on the triggers feel nice as well. One thing I should mention, it's USB-C, and also you can plug batteries into it, so that's always good. So yeah, controller feels nice. I'm happy with the controller. Anything else in here? No. Batteries. Okay, so this, wow. Okay. I tell you what, I am actually shocked on how dense this feels, how heavy this little box feels. All right, let's put the box away. Yeah, this is the thing. All these, you know, YouTubers that get gifted these things, they're not gonna tell you all the negative stuff. Like, I'm not saying this is necessarily a bad thing, but maybe this is something that they wouldn't bring up. But it is really heavy. Like, it's way heavier than it looks, but I love the little packaging. It's kind of like, you know, a little Christmas present. That's what it feels like. So we've got this little tab here. Like, I can barely sort of... It's heavy. So I've got a little laptop here. This, you'd probably expect them to be a similar weight, maybe. This is way heavier. Like, this feels about as twice... It feels twice as heavy as it looks, I would say. Judging by, like, previous consoles. Oh, man, that's satisfying. Little pull tab here. Okay, let's break open the little... Woof. But yeah, these YouTubers, man... I mean, I'm jealous, don't get me wrong. But they don't give you the authentic experience because they had the console before it was released and all that stuff. But wow, look at that. Really polarizing design. But man, I really like this actually. So there it is. It's kind of this huge fan here. And then we've got vents on either side. So we've got a vent here. Flip it over. Got a vent here. We've also got these little rubber feet on top as well. So you can stand it up like that. And I got to say, a really clean front. There is no disk drive. There is nothing. We've got a USB input there. We've got the on switch. But I just love how clean it is. The click feels good. USB-A port there. And on the back, let's have a look. So, okay, so on the back here, we've got your Ethernet. You've got 2 USB-A ports. We've got a HDMI out, an expansion slot. So this is their proprietary kind of almost memory card-like expansion. And the power and the Kinsting lock. It's a very minimalist design. It's very futuristic, I would say. Like this, I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm into this giant thing here because it almost does kind of look like a, I don't know, a monolithic kind of stone, you know, I don't know. It just looks like something out of a video game, you know, which is kind of cool. But it's just so heavy. I'm so shocked. But yeah, first impressions, like when I saw people standing up, this is what I mean. When I saw people standing up like this, I was like, oh, surely someone's going to knock that over because there's no stand with it. But because it's so like heavy and dense, I'm not nearly as worried as I was originally. Like I'd quite happily sit it there like that and not feel like it's going to topple over. Like it feels beautiful. I really like it. So this is 1440p gaming, 60 FPS, and it's probably going to be the answer to a lot of people that are conscious of spending a lot of budget. This is £250 with Game Pass as well. You're looking at a really cheap way to get into next generation gaming in comparison to the PlayStation 5 and also Xbox's other console, the Series X. It's nice. I like it. But yeah, really happy. Along with the controller, the only thing I would say, this is my first thought, and I guess because it's got batteries, it doesn't matter too much. There's no USB-C cable in the box. So there's literally, I'm going to double check. But let's double check there's not anything I've missed in here. No. Okay, can confirm, ladies and gentlemen, there's absolutely nothing else in the box. So maybe that will bother you. But like I said, it uses batteries in the controller. And I guess if you bought a charge pack for the controller, where's the controller? That swaps out instead of the batteries, you'd probably get a cable with that, so it's not a big deal. But I really like the texture of the controller. It looks good. Little headphone port. I like the D-pad actually. Just looks so neat and tidy. I love the little attention to detail. Super minimalist. And like I said, I think for a lot of people who are not bothered about 4K gaming, they just want 60 FPS gaming, this is going to be a good shout for them. I really like this. This is great for me because I've got a 1440p monitor right here. So this is going to look perfect. In fact, let me see. Does it fit? Oh, you know what? Okay, so I just pulled out my PS4 Pro, looking a little bit battered here, but it's actually the same weight as a PS4 Pro, more or less. It feels very similar. But so that's kind of the strange thing about it. the weird thing is, you have to remember this console here, although it's like the S series and it's, you know, not the most powerful, it's still, if I'm not mistaken, more powerful than this, which is crazy when you think about it. Like, if I stand them together, it's basically just as wide, you know, but half the length, which is crazy. So I think Microsoft did a really good job here. I'm just going to see, does it fit in my little gap under here? Oh, look at that. I can't tell you how much that pleases me. That is great. I'll have to show you what that looks like. Follow me on Twitter or Instagram. I'll link them in the description if you want to see what that looks like, but it looks absolutely phenomenal, just perched where it is right now. So yeah, great for a little setup, very nice. I'm a huge fan of the design. I know it's a little bit weird, like polarizing this thing here, but yeah, I'm excited to play some games. So next up, we've got the Series X. So stay tuned to the channel. Check the channel page. I'll put a connotation if it's there. And this is the Xbox Series S. Looking good.